Here's every indie game discount during the Devolver Digital Halloween Steam sale. These are Steam Library Essentials, folks. Starting at 20% off, we have Gorn 2, a VR gladiator simulator. At 30% off is Look Outside, a must-play survival horror RPG from earlier this year. At 50% off is Cult of the Lamb. It's the perfect time of year to start a cult. And the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, an interactive narrative game about an exiled witch. At 60% off, we have Inscription, one of the best indie games of all time and a Halloween staple. At 70% off is Return to Monkey Island, the latest chapter in the classic run of point-and-click adventure games, and Wizard with a Gun. Play it co-op, it's an absolute blast. At 75% off is Bleak Sword DX, a visually striking dark fantasy action game, and Observation, the perfect eerie sci-fi horror game for spooky season. All right, now we got the big boy discounts. At 80% off is Carrion, a reverse horror game where you're the monster. Death's Door, one of the most underrated games on this list. You need to play it. Loop Hero, an idle roguelite RPG you can probably play for the rest of your life. Witch Eye, a gorgeous retro arcadey 2D platformer. Gods Will Be Watching, a point-and-click thriller that's gonna keep you on your toes. And High Hell, a super stylish, fast-paced action FPS. At 85% off, we have the Weird West Definitive Edition, a dark fantasy action RPG from the creators of Prey and Dishonored. And finally, at 90% off, we have Stories Untold, a narrative-driven experimental horror game. And at 10% on, just do yourself a favor and pick it up. Thanks to Devolver Digital for sponsoring this video.